Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you can pay the right vendor. And since we are getting so close to Valentine's Day, I thought it's a great time for the Vendor Master File tip of the week to be online romance scams and oversharing on social media and how they lead to business email compromise. So let's get started with online romance scams. Now, the National Cybersecurity Alliance, which is a nonprofit organization on a mission to create a more secure interconnected world, they recently published a Romance Scam 2022 toolkit, which I will put a link to that in the description. And in that toolkit, it has information on red flags and if you become a victim, what your steps need to be. So make sure you click on that link. But according to them, when you hear romance scams, you might think of a little old lady falling for that classic Nigerian prince scam. But romance scams have become far more complex, very difficult to recognize, and they really are adapting to today's online dating landscape. With the popularity of platforms like Match.com, Tinder, and Bumble, scammers have set their sights on these popular apps and even social media to the point that consumers have lost $770 million to fraud scams that started on social media in 2021, and we'll talk about social media next. And that's according to the FTC. Now, in the first half of 2021, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or FBI, Internet Crime Complaint Center, received over 1,800 complaints related to online romance scams, and that resulted in a loss of $133.4 million. So you might want to know, what does this have to do with business? Well, romance scams can be a part of a much bigger cyber criminal ecosystem. International cyber gangs, GANGS, will even use dating sites to recruit victims as money mules and use them unknowingly to launder funds. And I have seen this multiple times, at least twice recently, in my professional capacity of helping those that have accounts payable teams or vendor teams that have fallen victim to fraud. Romance scams and those money mules really can play a part in the cyber criminals getting away with those funds because they convince the romance or money mule to transfer money into their account, transfer that fraudulently gained, ill-gotten gained money into their account, and then that romance money mule will then transfer it into the cyber criminal's account. So that's how it can affect romance scams can affect business email compromise or fraud in your company. And as you can imagine, social media isn't helping. It's part of the problem too. Oversharing increases the success of sending emails or phishing emails to your company that really seem real. And how do they do that? Because your personal data has value. If you've ever answered those quizzes like on Facebook, yeah, you might want to quit doing that. But you've given fraudsters a piece of your data that they put together with other information you share across multiple platforms, including gathering relationship data when you like a post on a specific site. And they do that again in order to make those eventual emails that you receive in your email box that are fraudulent. They make them seem real with the information that you have overshared and that they have collected and put together from all of your profiles across multiple sites. And then they take advantage of your team members. For example, when you go on vacation, we all remember the shark lady Uh, she shared that she was gone on vacation, and the Frosters knew exactly when to strike. For her, though, she initially lost 400,000. That was the initial business email compromise loss, but she was able to recover the funds. Lots don't recover the funds, so you do want to make sure that you are making an effort not to overshare on social media. So both of these things online, romance scams and oversharing on social media can lead to business email compromise where you can lose money for your company by falling prey to that. They are getting very good. So if you would like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website, deborarrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, not only fraud, but also regulatory fines and bad vendor data. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.